morning. It's day 11. We're still in camp.
When you look on the map view,
Chris is ready.
Less. It says 13.1.
Chief Navigator's already working on it. My tent.
That might be for the
My tent's empty.
trail junction.
Ready to go.
And then it's another
My stuff's
down
all
the hill.
all ready to pack up once I get my tent done. The sleeping bag and my let's see that, my sleeping bag. Can you see that? I don't know what you can see. Anyways, the sleeping bag and my bear caster is already in there. Stuffed full of everything except food. Yeah, whole nother story. All good this morning. All right, it is day 11. I might have said day 11 yesterday. I was wrong. It is day 11. So we have 14-mile hike, basically all downhill to Muir Trail Ranch, commonly called MTR. We're gonna cross the now fabled, I'm not sure if that infamous bridge me and Gabrielle went over a couple years ago, which has now been replaced to a spanking new metal bridge. So we'll see what that looks like. I got out at 6:23 this morning. It's probably just about 6:30 right now. There's a bunch of people in camp, so I didn't want to mess with that, so or make a lot of noise. So the hike is various degrees of downhill today. It should be really, really beautiful here as we continue down the Evolution Valley here. Weather's fantastic, man. We got a little bit of condensation last night. I had one of my vestibules down. I did that because of the wind. Turned out there was no wind, so I should have just left it open. So my bag has a little bit of condensation on the top. Chris said his does too, but it's gonna be plenty warm today, so we just crammed everything in our bags. So Chris had everything closed up first of all, and then Chad, and then myself. So they've already taken off. So I figure my downhill pace is a little quicker. You gotta love the long legs and hopping rocks since I was 9 years old in the Sierras. So I'll catch up with them. So that'll be kind of a natural rendezvous. I personally don't like to be separated more than like 5 miles at the most, just because if somebody gets hurt kind of thing, so it's a long ways away to be apart. Let's see. That's about it for today. I took a charcoal tablet and like an ibuprofen last night, but my IT band, man, that thing just tightened up like crazy. I forgot to do my little yoga pose thing, stretch. I usually do at night. I don't even think I did it in the tent. I tried to do it in the tent, but it just doesn't work. So I think that really messed it up. It's kind of weird. And I do all my stretches and everything. It's super loose when I get in there. And then about the time I'm actually gonna fall asleep, it's like everything is just tightened up again. So I gotta go through the whole routine again. It's just kind of weird, especially on my feet. I massage the crap out of my feet. And I don't know if everybody has this, but if you rub your fingers on the top and the below of a foot at the same time, and you come off at the end of your toes, you get this ticklish kind of like energy. Well, if you do that enough times and massage the feet, it all goes away. And then I know my feet are really relaxed and everything's good. So I do that, and then I'm about ready to go to bed. I can just feel my feet again. I'm like, what the crap is this, right? So I go through and do the whole routine again, and everything's good. Usually I do that, and I will always just fall asleep. It's kind of weird. I don't understand it. It's like there's all this energy in my feet, and if I can get that out, everything's calm. So it's kind of cool. I'm kind of going down some rocks. I'll tell you, the trail yesterday had an incredible amount of stairs that have been newly built. So the stairs is I guess, the new way that the powers that be say this is how you build trails. So really bummed out about that. It's like it's turned into like this super highway with guardrails and everything. It's just really feels very anti-nature and natural to me. It's really sad actually. So I do my best to walk on the rocks on the edge of the trail. It's easier to walk on. You can do your natural pace or gant. Or I'll just go literally right off the trail if I get irritated enough. So Chris didn't have a good night's sleep either. He thought he heard a mouse. And if you hear a critter out there, it's really hard. So sounds like Chad had a pretty good night's sleep. So, but regardless, we're doing our 14 miles today. We decided not to go up to Sally Keys Lake, which is out of Muir Pass, which is like, just switchbacks. And it's about 5 miles away. So what that means is we will not be zeroing at VVR. That's just the reality of the group. So we're gonna do a Nero though. So what we'll do is tomorrow, we're gonna hike out to MTR and then we'll hike as close as we can to, well, not as close, within a couple miles of the ferry, and we'll catch the 9:45 ferry in, and we can basically enjoy a day at VVR and a night, get a nice lunch, dinner, and a great breakfast, do our final resupply kind of thing. So that's the plan. I asked G for the exact coordinates on Far Out for our final night, which is before we drop into Yosemite. There's an outlook or an overlook, and it's just amazing, but I need to know where the exact coordinates are. I'm really comfortable dry camping and just going off trail and stuff, but Chad's not super comfortable with that, so I want to make sure I get everything, just right so he can see it and then feel comfortable about it. So it's all good. I used to like hate dry camping as well, so now I love it. So it's just weird. You go through these different transitions. So, all right, well, that's the good morning intro for day 11. I'm sure we have all sorts of interesting things that are going to happen as usual. All right, well, here's kind of our first view of the morning. And it is really pretty out there. It is super calm and peaceful right now. There's like nobody hiking around. Oh yeah, that was weird. Everybody, it was super calm at camp. When we left, I saw one, maybe two people moving around. All right, well, it looks like that's the canyon that we're gonna go. Way down there. There we go. It looks like there's a little bit of a brown haze down there. So I don't know what that's about. Not much, so it's a long ways down. We're gonna go all the way. All right, this is the kind of nonsense I'm talking about. See, look, they built this trail thing on the rock. And then they have tons of rocks along the side. It's like this golden pathway. It's like, you can just like walk on the sides. Progress gone wild. That's what that is. I'll just do one more short video about the whole steps and kind of thing. Well, that's so irritating. It's not as bad going downhill, but going uphill, it really messes with you. What you'll notice is that when you walk, you have a natural gant, or your kind of your pace, the distance between your steps. And when you're in that kind of flow, you go really fast, and it's really easy. It's just a natural gant. So when you put steps in, it's not like going up a Stairmaster or something like that. It's like going up a Stairmaster where they changed the height of the steps and the distance from one of the steps to the other. And you're thinking, who in the hell would do something like that? That's exactly what happens when they build the steps into the trail. It ruins that flow. And your body has to do a lot of extra work to keep going. So it really slows you down. It makes you really tired. And when you're going uphill, you're especially kind of tired anyways. So I think that's why it's so irritating for me. All right, no more talks about steps, I promise. One thing I forgot to say is that this is kind of cute. Wow, check it out, man. Whoo! A moment of silence for the morning here. Yeah, we're about 10:07. The lake was right around 11. So, before I dropped a little bit, is that MTR is like, it's 7,000 something feet. It's like the lowest we've been the entire trail. I think that's one reason why the consensus was we're not going to hike out from 7,000 something up to 10 or so, or whatever, or 9 or whatever it is to Salt Lake Lakes. That's just a little too much to fathom. So that's why we're expecting it to get like this freaking stinking hot today. And I'm sure there'll be some dips of the hoodies in the river. So yeah, it's a huge downhill, but over a lot of miles. So, and I said we're at 10. We're at like 10:07 right now, 10:08. Super pleasant morning right now. This is the time to make the miles. It's clear, no wind. I mean, this is perfect. Packs are light. But yeah, I have basically only enough for a little breakfast, and I got a good sized lunch. But I have no bars left. Like not, it's got tortillas and stuff like that. All right, well, it's a great place for a trail, huh? Straight through. Well, apparently this is not just when you have a lot of water. So you can see there's a lot of, this is like multiple streams you've got to cross here. So this is convenient. There's a nice log here that's dry. So I'm gonna go for this one. Look at that. That is pretty. Super thankful for my balance this trip. It's working like a young man this trip. So that's really been good. Oh, got another one, see? Wow. A little log here. Really just jumped this one good if we needed to. And the trail's right there, so here we go. We'll step on a rock here. Boom, boom. We're on the trail. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I remember that. With a lot more water. All right, we are back on the trail. A lot of water going down there. Well, I think I messed up about Evolution Valley. I think we're clearly out of it. It's a different terrain. Everything is different. So what we missed yesterday, or I just didn't recognize, or the weather, or the water, or whatever, but we missed, there's a section in Evolution Valley where you walk by. It's like you're in this grass kind of area, or looking down some grass area, pretty close. And there's these different pools, like little round pools in the grass. It's kind of weird, like boggy, but they're like pools of various sizes. And they can be different colors based on the bacteria that grows in them. Like green, yellow, blue, or whatever, you know. It's just weird. And that's some of the really, I say, unique and beautiful parts of Evolution Valley. I think that's why it's called Evolution Valley. It's supposed to represent, like, you know, primordial soup and, you know, Big Bang and all that kind of stuff. So that's too bad we missed that. I think the clouds yesterday, we didn't get the full sun on the water areas yesterday, and there's quite a bit of wind also. So I think that's why we probably missed those. But I mean, everything's beautiful. It's just that there's just one area there. It just means you got to come back again later. See it again. Very cool morning. I think Chris said it was, what, 46, something like that. Nice little meadow here. Good place to stop and get your cup of coffee. Relax for the day. Get rid of the head trash. Get your mind right. Get ready to go. I had this little song going through my head this morning. Usually I don't do this kind of thing, but on YouTube, but I'm not going to sing it. But the lyrics go something like, we bless you, we bless you, we bless you together as one. My spirit, our spirits, the spirit, together as one. We bless you, we bless you. And then it gets more specific, like Katrina, together, we bless you, with discernment, we bless you, together as one. And you just repeat that. And then, then you go, whenever you say together as one, then you just start with my spirit, our spirits, the spirit, together as one, we bless you. So, we'll see where that goes. Early morning beauty. Like big granite rock slabs. Something really beautiful about big slabs. It's just like this flowing molten granite, and it just stopped flowing right there and hardened up. It's pretty cool. It's like this interconnected flowiness. It's really nice. And that's really... Oops. Ooh, the sun's starting to come down. Out there. Ooh, yes, that's what the sky looks like. Blue. Blue sky. And I haven't seen a mosquito yet. I have like phantom mosquitoes landing on me sometimes, but I haven't actually seen them yet. Sometimes if you just look at the tops of trees for a while, it's really amazing what's going on at the very top. But usually they're moving because there's a little bit of wind up there. It's pretty neat. It's really nice. I have no idea how far back Chad and Chris are. Probably not far, because I'm just kind of strolling right now. Oh, meadow. Just gets better and better. Giant meadow. This is just part of it. It goes back a ways. And first, what I first noticed though was not the meadows. I noticed that the rocks, the mountain, the colors, they're changing. It's got some more black right there. I didn't see much of those. Man, it's just been a fantastic morning. It's probably like maybe, I don't know, 7:30, 8? What is it? 7:50. Look at that. I mean, a lot of the hiking is really strenuous and it's hard. And when you're sweating and your heart's just, pounding through your chest, it's not really a contemplative or prayerful time. You're just like pushing, It takes aggressiveness and courage and all that. It's really nice sometimes to be able to walk in the garden and just relax, but still make really good miles. And this morning is one of those mornings. We're still in that big meadow. We're on the, no, we're not on the far side. We're in the middle. I can see the meadow through there. Look at this campsite. This is a huge campsite. It's just massive. It just spans this whole area. Probably get easily 20 tents in this thing. So this must be marked on the map because this is just too big. But what really made me notice it, well, it was the big campsite, but then I noticed that meadow is still out there. But the trail doesn't run us to the side of the meadow, which is unfortunate. It would be nice if we were on the side of the meadow. Although a lot of times of the year the trail would be underwater. Probably not right now. You can see all the green up there, and I can hear the water. So you should have a nice little stream right here. Let's see what it looks like. There we go. There it is. Let's see what's coming from right there. Just a little more water going down into the meadow. If you even have another little, oh, there's, check out the range. The door's open, so I'm not going to walk up there. Usually a little further away from the trail, but he gave us a weather update. Although I think that might have been, I don't know what day it is now. I think it's a Wednesday. Cool, huh? The meadow goes on, but I don't know if we're going to get another shot of it. So now I have a really nice one. Good way to remember it. Well, what do you know? They do bring us to the meadow. That is a long, that's gonna be like a mile-long meadow. Look at the color of this tree right here. The sun's on it. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Just feel it. You hear it? Wow. I'll go off trail here for a second. Meadow enters the stream. Woo. Just happened to see this, looked up to the right, or to my left. Look at that nice big flowing stream. Think, oh, there's nothing up there. Oh, there's gotta be something big up there. It's a lot of water coming down. Big campsite right there too, which would be nice. You hear that and look at that all night. Woo. All right, well, I just switched out to my sun stuff. I still have my shorts on. I think I'm gonna wear shorts all day today because we're gonna be so much in the forest. I think it'll be okay. And you know, it's not always great to have my sun pants on all the time. It does get a little, warm. You don't have the natural airflow, and that does irritate my legs as well, but not nearly as much as, putting all the chemicals on my legs and stuff like that, or non-chemicals on my legs, anything on my legs. So right now it's 8:39. My watch shows 9,500 feet. So 10, 11, so it dropped 1,500 feet. That feels about right. Temperature's pretty awesome right now, but that's because I've been hiking in the woods and I'm going downhill. Otherwise, it'd probably feel pretty warm. Just a spectacular, like revelatory, just beautiful morning. Completely unexpected. So that's really neat. So I don't know what's coming next. We are going to have to drop down the canyon and then cross the bridge. And we're going to meet at the bridge. And I recognize some of the hills here as where you depart from the trail, and you can do this like up and over to bypass the bridge. I don't think anybody's taking that now that the bridge has been replaced. But I think that happens around here. So if that's true, we should start a pretty serious descent here, and we'll see some really cool rock changes too, if memory serves me right, which it has not served me right very often on this trip. It's just weird. So that's the way Craig is. So, good late morning, and the journey continues. One thing I haven't mentioned, not sure why, but my pack right now is the lightest it's essentially ever going to be. In fact, after I have my breakfast, there'll be one less spam packet content. But essentially, I have no food except for, some lunch, burrito type stuff. And I have my spam packet for breakfast. And that's it. There's no bars, nothing else. And I have about 3/4 of a liter of water with my Celsius in it right now. So really the heaviest thing in my pack is the cook kit, and specifically it's the fuel canister. So I got a small fuel canister, but that thing weighs about like a pound or something. It's super heavy. So what that means is, since my base weight, which is your pack without, food and water, I guess fuel, I don't know, it's like right near 12 pounds. So what that means is my pack is probably about 15 pounds right now, and it just bounces around on my back. It usually does anyways, but now even more than ever. So I have an incredibly light pack. And what that also means is tomorrow morning, when it's full of food and water to go up Sally Keys Lake and over the pass, it's going to be heavy again. But because we can get food at VVR and Reds Meadow and Tuolumne Meadow now, the amount of food I'm going to have to carry really is just a couple days. So the pack is never going to be as heavy as it was during the first two resupplies, or like the initial and then the resupply at Onion Valley. And really, I think it was the heaviest when we actually started the trip, because that was just, everything was packed in there. It was incredibly full, my backpack. Now it's just like, nothing. My pack would be rolled down so tiny if it wasn't for the bear can. Like, there was no food in the bear can. Everything but food is in my bear can right now. And then my clothes, so the bear can does not hurt my back. Those would have gone in the bear can, but I need those big clothes to cushion and wrap around the bear can so it doesn't hurt my back. I know, it's a lot of details, but that's one of the real realities of hiking. So today, not only is it awesome in the morning, the pack is incredibly light. Feels so good. We're cruising through the forest. It's now 9 o'clock. I'm at 9,300 feet. So dropped quite a bit. A lot of horse activity. Heavily traveled trail along with the horses. Got some incredibly dusty parts I went through where you just put your foot down and like the dust just like shoots out of the left and right of each shoe. It's amazing. It's been a while since it's been rain. If you get rain, the dust just stops for a few days. Still tons of tons of water in the creek. Okay, here's the stream crossing. This is one of the two, which I don't know how you would get across other than walking. I remember there were a ton of mosquitoes here. Good morning. All right, so the couple said, no, there's no way through it. So when we went through this before, somebody actually, they have a little raft, and they put the pack on and they wade across because it's so deep. But, all right, here we go. Whew. I'm gonna clean off my legs. Gosh, my trekking pole, I'm not using my trekking poles either, obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna clean my legs so might as well, right? Shoot. Yeah. The trick is you're gonna get sand in the shoes. That's something you probably don't really think about unless you do this kind of stuff. All right, so that was a successful river crossing. I hope they get a video of Chad and Chris crossing this because, you know, it's part of the fun. So this is why. Yeah, here's the sign. Look at that. This trail. Because you're like, is that really the trail? Yeah. The beauty of trail runners is right there. Yeah, they're a little bit heavier right now, but they're built for this. What's not going to be great is all the dust on the trail coming up, though. Evolution Creek, if the water level is high, it's hazardous. Main route, an alternate route is slower. 2 at crossings versus 1 trail. Harder to follow. Yeah. Basically, you're saying do it. Do it, do it, do it. So that's Evolution Creek. So that's what that is. Then I didn't know that was the name of it. So I really don't want to get dust on the top of my shoes, but you know, it's just going to happen. So I'm just not going to fight it. Right now, they look pretty good. We'll get a shot in like, you know, half hour. But hey, you can always wash them again, right? All right, this is pretty funny. Going down some slick stuff here. So I just crossed the river, right? So there was it looked like a father-daughter. Eastern European, sounded very Russian, Ukrainian accent, but he didn't say much. So he was gonna start, you know, he was start his sentence about 2 words through. I could see he looked down at my shoes and he's like, okay. He got his answer, which is, we're gonna walk through the river. And I looked and they had trail runners, you know, so they're prepared for that. But it was kind of funny. Mid-sentence stop, after he looked down, just stopped talking. He just kept walking. It doesn't happen every day. I don't know if there's another river crossing where you need to walk through. I think there is. I remember one that there was an outlet from a lake, and it was pretty deep, but it was kind of a sandy-ish bottom. It was very, I mean, it wasn't like big rocks. We just went through it, even though it was one of the deepest. It wasn't flowing very hard, so I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but I think we have one more. So when we, you know, we're coming up to this big bridge crossing. After we have to drop. We're going to walk into a canyon here soon. And this is the one that was this really gnarly, right? That bridge was messed up and it was like so gnarly you couldn't cross it. Although I think that Gene and I would have tried it upstream a little bit, just because I looked at it pretty close, and you know, by this point we'd gone through so many river crossings. It's like I felt really comfortable on it. But if you look at the water, let me show you the water now in the river. All right, so this is the water. So there's a lot of water moving down, okay? And this is just like a normal year. So imagine, you know, just a killer year, you know, once every 20 year kind of snowfall thing, or more. I don't know what that is, but big. But this is just one of the rivers. Okay, there's another one coming down on the canyon on our left that's going to join this one. Whoa, didn't see that. And the rock was like in the azaleas. Whew. Now I gotta do a check, make sure I still have everything on my pack here. So anyway, so there's another river that's coming down. Here's the canyon right now on our left. So that's gonna join this river. And that's why there's so much water flowing down this river that we're gonna cross here in a while. So it looks like this is the canyon I'm gonna drop into. All right, that's the same river we were just looking at. Looks like we have a killer waterfall right here. Woo! Oh yeah, man. Wow. Color slow-mo. Feels bigger. So here's the canyon. All the water coming down that, whatever that canyon is, I don't know. But it's most the rock is changing. Isn't that cool? Already the trail right now. It's kind of gone from granite to this shaly black stuff. It's going to get incredibly slick. It's almost like a marble kind of stuff. It's really cool looking. It's kind of more of a molten. You can see the molten outlinings of it, the flow of it. So it's super fascinating. I'll take more pictures. There's probably more than you want to know. We'll see, but it's pretty cool. Of course, we got some granite trail maintenance here. So nice of them to put 2-foot steps for us. Yes, we got 3 generations here. Yeah, that was a treat. We just, they were on the move, so we didn't talk. But 3 generations now. Yeah, that's right now. To me, that's not going to happen. But you never know. You never know. It's so funny because, the child, this is a girl there, is just like, what? Dad's like, this is cool. Grandfather's practically probably in tears the whole time. It's really beautiful. Right, so I'm walking out trail a little bit. So that's a canyon. There's another stream going down. We're gonna have to get all the way down there with these two, right? These two are going to meet, and then somewhere down there is a nice bridge. See the rock, kind of shaly right here. Makes for some really neat formations, as well as backgrounds on your computer monitor. Yeah, get closer. I think I'm really gonna start dropping. Man, look at all the shell. This is cool. This is almost Devil's Post Pile-esque, except it's not hexagons. Wow. Yeah, so somehow I can see the bottom down there right now. Actually, it's pretty clear. Yeah. I personally I just love all the different rock colors and formations, and how shaly that is. Is that cool? So you can see you can see the bottom. It's flat down there. So that's where we're headed. I'm gonna stroll down the canyon for the bridge. Oh yeah, look at the little thin little pieces. Grab this. These little things, isn't that cool? Just loads of them. It's kind of a chalky kind of look to them. Whew. Beautiful trees there. So this is looking back up the trail. You can just see the shaliness and the edge of these. So they didn't bother to maintain that. Smooth that out. So, you see, it's pretty gnarly. I mean, you not want to fall on this. You don't want to fall on anything, but you don't want to fall on shards. See it all the way down. All right, so I made it down. A lot of campsites. I'm down here at the base here, and I made it down. That canyon right there. And I started going up this canyon, and that's because this is where the bridge is out here. So this bridge is super high off the ground. This thing's a rock, man. There's timbers. So this is the other river that's going to join. It's become one big river. Now, there's a lot of water in this one by itself. I think that might even be more than Evolution River. All right. So, here we go. We got some signage. Goddard Canyon. Oh, there is a Goddard Pass. I've never gone over that. Florence Lake. We're going to Lake Edison. So, that's another one. Evolution Valley 2.0. If you know the book, Evolution 2.0, that's kind of a cool sign right there. Evolution 2.0, it's a good read. All right, well, I'm hiking down, and then we're going to cross. All right, well, it's 10:06, and I haven't had my breakfast yet. I'm hungry. I want that Spam really bad. But I'm pretty close to the bridge here, I think. The elevation I'm at right now is just shocking. It's 8,555, so I'm probably like 8,500 right now. So, still higher than we started with yesterday, but yeah, so I've been hiking down the river, probably the combined river right now, which is to my right. There's camping spots actually all around here. Pretty nice ones. So I suspect I'll see the bridge pretty soon, cross that, and then I'm going to stop, wait for the guys. I'm going to have my breakfast. I'm also going to check what time MTR closes, because we want to make sure that we're there today, because Chad may have a dinner, but Chris and I do not have even a dinner, so we need to make sure we get in early enough to get some food. Wow. Here's the bridge. A couple people just crossing it. First glimpse. Okay, here we go. Walking up, see the whole thing. Wow. Speechless. People just walk by, don't think anything of it, It's just understandable. Okay. I'm gonna walk across it. Not on the outside, but in the middle. Well, here we go. That is so crossable right now. Wow. Yeah, down there, that was the bailout point if we fell in the water. Down there on the left or the right. If you say bailout, I mean if we fell into the water, try and swim to shore. It's like yesterday. That's where we came across. It was tilted like this. So you put your feet on the bottom here, and then your hands on the top, and you just kind of work your way across. Yeah, it's scary. Well, doing the check-in. I don't know if you can see the Garmin. It's like right there. So, sitting here having my breakfast. I'm gonna get my spam out in a second. And just taking it all in again. But I'm gonna have a while here. Just kind of alone before Chad and Chris come. And all right, time to eat. All right, let's take a closer look at Spam's single classic, shall we? Spam gets a bad rap, and there's some good reasons, because if you looked at the ingredients, which are nowhere to be found right here, which is very interesting. Oh, ingredients. There you go. Pork, water, salt, modified potato starch, sugar, sodium nitrate. That sounds pretty good, but I think the magic word there is pork. What specific part of the pork body are we talking about? But regardless, let's see, we got 230 calories, which is fantastic. 9 grams of protein, which is, better than most protein bars. And total sugars of 1 gram. All right, now we're talking. Sodium, 830 milligrams. That's either less or equal to, I think that's about half of what our top ramen has. So, cholesterol, 50 milligrams. Don't need to worry about that. We're hiking. Total fat, 21 grams. That's awesome. We need that. We're hiking. So this is actually, except for the mystery pork, what that actually is, this is pretty nutritious. You probably don't want to look inside, though. There you go. Woo! You see how easy that was, man?
What's going on?
Yeah, look at that bridge.
You're just taking a break, huh?
I didn't eat anything. All right, it's 11 o'clock. The boys got here 10 minutes ago or so, and we are back on the trail headed for MTR, and we'll stop before lunch. So probably, stop at lunch. So around noon, I'm going to stop whoever's in front. Oops. And then we'll wait for the others and have some lunch, and then we'll head on to the MTR. What we're going to do after that is we really don't know. A lot of it depends on what's happening at MTR, how we feel, and just all that kind of stuff. Woo! So pretty. Wow. Got to be some good fish in there. We're in juniper territory. Don't see any berries on these. I remember we had lunch here. G and I, right around here, there's an outcropping of rocks. And we're like, hey, there's juniper berries, juniper trees right by us. Plenty of sage here too. Full of botanicals around here. Ooh, look at it. Oh, going into the canyon here. Woo! Yeah, all the way down, man. That is crazy. The overhang. Nice juniper tree right there. Woo! Look at that. Oh, man. It's big. Here we go. We're on our way to MTR. It's about, I think it's 11:42. So around noon, I'm just going to stop someplace. And this water's really looking good. Jump in there and just float on down for a little ways, man. Looks like we're going into another canyon. It's really warm. Right now there happens to be a breeze. And this is definitely what you call canyon hiking here. Thankfully. I'm on the side here. Look at all the rocks. Look at those. They're huge. Woo. Somehow we're going to have to go left or right here. know how good my predictions are. All right, it is nearly 12 noon, and we are at 8,200 feet. And it's hot. Look around here. I don't know if that looks hot to you or not, but it's hot. We're crushing it. We're making it out of here. All right. Whew. Definitely some pretty cool. Come on. Zoom in. Zoom out. Ah, so hot. I can't even zoom in. Okay. Looking at some really neat stuff back there. All right, it is time for lunch. So as soon as I can get someplace that looks like a good place to stop, I'm gonna stop. And then when we all get together, we will have some lunch. Lunchtime, 12:04, what, 85, 80, 8,200 feet. Woo!
Pretty low. I think that's a lot. Well,
Very low.
close to the lowest we've been.
Yeah. So these have got a bunch of juniper trees here. These are like rugged. Look at that, man. They like take a licking and keep ticking, man. They're like all over here. Whew. Lunchtime. All right. Yeah, so it is 12, what did I say, 12:30? Yeah, 12:32. We have about 2 miles to the cutoff to MTR. I think it's a mile or something like that to the actual resupply place. So it looks like what we're going to do is, my guess of what's going to happen is, well, first we're not going to go for the challenge for the 0. That's at VVR. That's done. Craig's got to erase that from his mind. So what looks like we're going to do, we're going to resupply MTR, and then we're going to hike up the switchbacks from hell, and then camp at the top of that. Kind of plateaus. There's a meadow there, and I guess there's water and some campsites. So we'll do that. And then we won't camp at Sally Keys, which is such epic, but we won't do that. We'll just pass through that tomorrow and then go over the pass after and all that. So it looks like we'll go into a VVR then for a morning ferry instead of tomorrow afternoon. And we'll kind of like a narrow, but we'll have a night there. We'll have a dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Wait. I can't even figure that out. Anyways, it's going to be a narrow. And it should be super awesome too. We'll get a full night there, which will be nice, just to relax and all that. And I still got to do things like, transfer files. I got to get stuff off of my phone. I'm starting to fill up, I can tell. So I need to transfer to my little memory stick and start getting rid of stuff. I really need to get the photos and the videos from the guys so we don't wait till the very end of the trip and it becomes just, chaotic. Because it takes a while to transfer stuff. I know it sounds kind of crazy, you're backpacking thinking about that, but that's kind of part of the trip. At least it really is for me. Anyway, so it's getting stinking hot. We're definitely going to do a hoodie dip when we leave MTR. And I'll probably grab an extra Celsius just to blast off out of there. But then I'm going to have to drink a ton of water to get that caffeine out of my body, or I won't go to sleep tonight. All right, here's the bridge. Whew. This is a nice bridge, man. Whew. Wow, we got some people here. Wow, that's a lot of water. Look at that. Whew. Beautiful, huh? All right, here we go. All right, so we are entering John Muir Wilderness. We had it confirmed by fellow hiker. We are rolling MTR. Okay, we got some big down trees here. That thing was across it. I know. If that crossed the trail, you're not going to climb over that thing.
Look at that.
You're gonna have to go around it. Yeah, man. Look at that thing. Oh boy. There's one stinking big tree. Wow, that must have made a lot of noise. That's pretty much what this hike is like. It's hot. I love these junipers though. I mean, they're just, man, they are survivors. They're in for the long haul. You know, and if you just step off the greens and crush those, they smell so good. Do the same thing with the berries. Especially when the berries are pretty dry. Ooh, have a very, very unique scent. Yeah, it's beautiful. So we're going down. I haven't seen the sign to MTR yet, and I'll be coming pretty quick though. We're getting low. You know, when we were talking about the hut at the top of Muir Pass, and we were talking about, like, you know, what's the big deal for each one of us there, and yeah, I wasn't really. My answer is not. There's more to it than that for me. I was kind of thinking about that. That, you know, the hut is kind of like a monument. You know, it was built for hikers as a shelter for like those in need that are kind of stuck up there. As like a monument to John Muir and what he stood for, and just the outdoors, nature, just the love of nature. So it was those kind of things together that really makes it special to kind of enter into. And when you get up there, it's like, wow, there's just like this place that's there for hikers, because of hikers, and just the beauty of the outdoors. And when you enter inside that place, it's really simple. There's nothing dramatic inside there, but it's just like, this is a really special place, and I get the privilege to not only see it, but I get to walk inside of it. So for me, that's a really special thing. And it's like I am part of a larger, I'll just say, movement or group of people, and that's kind of a symbol of those people. And I relate to those people. So I think that's why it's so special. I wish I could have said that last night like I just did, because that's really how I feel about that and, you know, places like that. All right, we are at the cutoff. It says MTR down there at the bottom. That's at the Florence Lake. So Paiute Pass, that's back there. And Kings Canyon National Park, where we came from. And Selden Pass, that's the pass after Sally King. So that's what we're going to be going to. And tomorrow we ought to be able to go over Selden Pass. So we are not going to go that way. Hi there.
Hello.
Where are you off to?
Darwin Bench.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Have a great hike.
Thank you.
So that is the cutoff to MTR. And thankfully there's some shade in the tree. So I'm going to hang out right here. A little bit of stoked with those girls, but not much. I think they realize they're in the heat of the day and their packs are probably pretty full from MTR, which is, I don't envy that. That's a big tree. And it is so dry. And there's so much just brittle stuff. I mean, it just crackles. This is like a tinderbox just waiting to light. I mean, look at this. It's just, man, it's scary. Yeah, it is really warm out right now. Notice this is green right here though, which means gotta be some water around here, some coolness. There's some green. Could be a little water maybe. Something underneath there. That's really green, that grass. Huh. But up here, it's dry. Well, it's just about 1:45. Still not at MTR yet. It should be pretty darn close though. Just passed a couple people going the other way. They're going up. Man, they look tired. Whew. I'm sure I'm gonna be looking like that when we hike up out of here. It's gonna be hard. All right, this is MTR. We killed it. We charged up. We took food. We're gonna go for 3 miles to 103.5.
Here we go.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do this.
All right. Well, I made it up to where the MTR trail hit the JMT. Double checked on far out. Make sure I'm doing the right thing. Man, that trail sucked. That was just a little mountain biker kind of swishing up all the way down. And hopefully now that we're on the main trail, it's going to be a little more sensible in terms of switchbacks. So I don't know how far I've gone, but 2 miles to the first water. We're going past that. So I think I did a mile, something like that. So that's pretty kick-ass. I'm stoked. 3:30. 8557, I think I climbed 500 feet. So, take another gulp of Celsius, turn it on. All right, it's now 3:50, still hiking. I'm at 8,930. I'm going up, so I am pretty close to 9,000 right now. I feel good. I'm in like this steady state where I can keep going. Unless I talk too much on the phone. Gotta go. That's where we're going, up there somewhere. A ways to go. Feeling really good though. Good views. Trail's actually pretty good. I haven't seen any ridiculous steps yet. Few flies, but that's all right. Came down there somewhere. A little hazy today. And the regular trail goes down through, well, actually we hit the regular trail, but it kind of goes up the valley more and then turns around and meets the trail, but we just kind of hit it, well, basically straight up, unfortunately. But yeah, getting up here, definitely over 9,000 now. That's good. Woo! We got a long ways up. That's what happens when you look up in the air. Woo! All right, it's 406, 9,400 feet. And all I see down there. Getting up there, but still got a bunch more to go. I'm not sure how high. Man, it's brutal. My hoodie's no longer wet other than my sweat. Sure glad I soaked it. Whew. We are getting up there. Just passed a young lady with like her bucket that was sent to MTR. She had a backpack and a bucket. She's sitting there, a couple guys with her, talking to her. I'm like, what's the bucket? And they said they wouldn't ship it forward. So I'm like, well, that really sucks. I mean, I didn't know where they're gonna ship it to. The only thing I think of is that she wanted it shipped to VVR or Red Meadows, and that's not what MTR does. I'm not going to sit there and problem solve with her, but if she is going to VVR, I would say leave the bucket at MTR. It won't go to waste, and resupply at VVR. And if you're out of money, ask them for a job. Last time we were there, there was a guy kind of had his foot was bothering him. I gave him a job for a couple of weeks while he healed up. She said it builds character. Like, all right, no more interpretation from Craig. It's 425, but 9,900 feet, baby. And it's kind of flattening out a little bit right now. I'm sure there's more to go, but I'm super stoked. Wow, that was brutal. Yeah. All right. All right, so it's about 4:30 right now. I scouted the area, and a little ways behind me, real close to the stream there's basically there's an old Packers camp, and there's a ton of places to camp. So they'll come here, they'll make sure that they see me. We'll back up just a little bit. I'll show you in a second. It's just right there. I mean, it's probably see, but there's a flat area there. There's just a ton of camping right there. And so soon, and they'll have water, nice places to camp, and that'll get us set up for tomorrow. So I'm kind of wondering how long they're going to be, but I'm not going to set up camp. I don't want to do that to them. I want to kind of walk into camp together. I think it'll be really good. All right, well, Chad and Chris got in, and it was a very celebratory moment because that means that the trip's going to continue on, you know, well. And I'm super stoked about that for everybody. So we're getting our camp set up. I found that spot here. I'm all set up, ready to go. We didn't set up until everybody was here. I didn't want to set up in case, I don't know, in case whatever, somebody wanted to do something different. All right, so let's check out our camp. This is probably, I think, the nicest camp we've actually had so far. So, let's see if we can. Is the motor still running? Hey.
Here, Craig. Nothing's going
Oh,
on
wait,
here.
what's that? What is that noise? That is called, what's it? I can't think of a good word for that other than, I'm not sure. Pampered, something like that, I don't know. Oh, look at the setup with the sticks. That's very cool.
That's epic right there.
Yeah, that's real camping right. That's Boy Scout. That's the kind of stuff you learn Boy Scouts, man. Or you watch a lot of YouTube videos. Yeah, or both.
Could
Woo.
be a little of both.
Yeah, a little of both. Yeah, that's like classic. Before I had it with the tarp. You do stuff like that with tarps.
Yeah.
It makes it work. All right, so man, it's time for dinner, huh? Gonna get some water?
Time for dinner. Got some more.
Woo! All right. All right, so for dinner tonight, gonna have, it's mystery egg. That was in one of the hiker box things I got. So it's got like some vegetables in it, a bunch of brown stuff. I'm not really sure what it is, so hopefully it's not super spicy. I actually didn't smell it to check. But I think that's too much for what I have. So I'm gonna have to somehow, you know, how do you divide up something that's like, has a bunch of stuff like that in it? I'm gonna try my best. Because I don't think that'll actually fit in my pot. And if it doesn't fit my pot, then it's too much. So we'll see how that goes. And then I'm gonna try this Quest bar. There were a bunch of these in the box, and which tells me they're not very good probably. 20 grams of protein though, only 1 gram of sugar. So how can you have 1 gram of sugar and it's lemon cake? It means there's a ton of artificial stuff in there. But 180 calories, that's all right. 20 grams of protein, that's pretty good. Oh, sugar alcohols, 7 grams, total sugars, 1. I'm not sure how that works. Total fat, 7 grams, that's good. You gotta have some fat. All right, I think and I'm boiling the water just about ready here. Gotta sign off. All right, Chad, what do we have here?
We have here for the second night in a row some good to go chicken pho.
Chicken, oh, I could smell that too.
It's got a little lime sauce that goes with it.
Oh, is that what that is?
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it smelled pretty good. Yeah, I don't usually eat, I haven't really tried, you know, Asian cuisine or anything like that on the trail. I don't think I've never done that before. I should probably try it at home first and then see how that goes. Pretty nice campsite. I'd say this is like one of the best campsites we've had. This is cool.
This is cool.
Yeah. Good evening. It's day 11. All right, you guys start.
Day 11. It was a big day. I think we did. We did about 19 miles or so, a little more than we thought this morning. It was a whole lot of downhill to start out the day. 13 or 14 miles of downhill. 3 cool bridges.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Lots of water, lots of river water stuff, lots of deer. What do we got? What am I missing?
Yeah.
We got our feet wet the first time on our river
Oh,
crossing
that's
today.
right. That was Evolution Creek, wasn't it?
And the walk through it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got a story about that. This guy, after we crossed it, well, a couple of them. One guy asked me, he says, he was like Eastern European, and he said, do we need to, or are we going to have to cross, or whatever? And he looked at my shoes. He's like, okay. And he didn't even finish his sentence. He kept walking because he knew they were wet. And then there was another guy asked me, he says, hey, do you think we, do you think I should? I'm going to have to take my boots off. I said yes, because he had boots. So I can see a tent down there. Anyway, so we had that was pretty. So talk about your experience on the river crossing.
No big whoop, just shallow and walk straight across it, straight through it.
Yeah. So now have you gone through water before like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. When your shoes are wet and everything, they feel super heavy for a little while and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, there were a bunch of like wider, it still could go across rocks, but before that there were a couple wider river crossings than we've had so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, like if it would have been earlier in the season, like June when the snow was melting or whatever.
Oh yeah, we went through a bunch of those,
definitely
didn't we?
getting wet on some of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Some were. They're like 3 streams. They're kind of like. Yeah. Yeah. Those are. I remember those. Yes, but those were kind of. Those worked out okay. We didn't get wet on those. So let's see. On the hike down, that was it 13 miles or something like that? You said that really long.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of waterfalls.
yeah.
I think it was 13, and then it was another mile down to Muir Trail Ranch.
Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, but there was a super long meadows, right? I remember that was amazing.
That was really cool.
It was probably the most like delightful hiking morning I had. I didn't see a person for probably a couple miles, and then all of a sudden they all start coming together. It's like they all get out of camp at the same time, kind of a thing. But for a while there was like nobody, and it was just so peaceful and calm, and the stream was there. It was just beautiful.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the early 6 a.m. hike.
It is, man. You get out there and
Get those miles done.
yeah.
It was nice.
I love that.
When Chris and I crossed that one, we had to walk through. There was a father, grandfather, and son. It looked like.
Oh yeah.
3 generations fishing.
Oh, they were
said
fishing.
They caught some like they caught some 16-inch
Rainbows.
rainbow and brook trout and a
Awesome.
bunch of fish, golden
Yeah.
trout.
They were back in there making their lake tour.
Oh, that's cool. That's good to see that. I wonder if it was the same. I saw 3 generations. I asked myself, is this 3 generations? That kind of thing. They said yes, but it could have been another set though. There was a lot of people on the trail. There was actually a lot of people on the trail. Most of them going the other direction, it seemed like. Or of course, I guess we would cross those, more frequently.
We ran into one guy from the bus.
Oh yeah,
It
you
was
recognize him.
It was a complete day behind his hiking partner.
Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah.
I couldn't figure that out. I
Yeah.
guess he was just like hiking really slow, and the guy was like, "I can't wait for you any longer. I'll just meet you at the end."
Yeah, I hope they have a good rendezvous point where they can. Was that the end of the trip for them, or was it going to meet them?
No, they were going all the way to Whitney.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they said we're going to meet at this point then. Okay.
Maybe so, but yeah,
I hope so.
His buddy we passed the day before going over Muir.
Well, we saw some of the young guys that we saw today. Was it at MTR, leaving it, or going into MTR, something like that?
We were coming out and they were going down. And
Okay.
They were asking the status of the
Look at the
buckets.
sun. Yeah, the sun's going like right through that. Woo! Right on Chad. There we go. Yeah.
We saw we previously saw I don't know if they're Girl Scouts or they're female Boy Scouts, but
Yeah,
there's a troop.
It's scouts.
Mm-hmm.
It's a girls' scout troop.
Okay.
Oh,
So we saw them when one of the dads brought in Carl's Jr. sandwiches when we were going out to Kearsarge.
oh,
Yeah.
that's who
Canyon
you were
Valley.
talking to.
But then
Yeah.
we saw them again
Oh.
today. The dads had brought in more stuff at MTR.
Oh,
so
my
they're just
gosh.
coming in side routes, and the girls are
Yeah,
doing
he's
the main
totally
trail.
hooking them up. Too.
Oh, I see. When you saw that, because I wasn't a part of the beginning, so I didn't go over there. I didn't want to get in your way because you knew who they were. I didn't realize they were kind of like interjecting along the trail. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. That's scouts for you, man.
Yeah, they had
good people.
Philmont shirts on.
Ah, did you ever go to Philmont?
I took my son there.
Oh, you did? I never
2015.
went there.
I didn't go.
No, I never went. I wanted to. I really like the camperies. I thought they're all the knot tie-ins and range stuff and compass. I love that stuff. Anyways, yeah, that was good. And then we had there's two parts to the uphill at the end, right? Getting out of MTR before we got on the main trail. That was ridiculous. That totally reminded me of a mountain bike trail like in Colorado we would do. I mean, because no hiker would build a trail like that. I mean, it was just like S curves, kind of thing. It was just stupid. But so tell me about how'd you feel about that? I was really good. I thought you were Chad was gonna say, "Oh, like F this, and we're done."
I was close. I was close. I was glad to see you
Good.
guys when I came around the bend here.
Oh yeah.
That was a brutal.
Oh yeah. I thought, oh man, that's gonna do him in right there. But there's no place to really stop though. Like you could just take a break, but.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
you
was
just
doing.
had to stop and catch your breath for a second,
Yeah.
then just keep on trucking.
Yeah, there's no water. Oh yeah, those two. One guy with the umbrella. I think that guy said, "Hey, is there water up front?" I'm like, dude, why are you asking me about water? When people ask about water, you're like, where's your map, man? Like that just tells me this guy is like dangerous. He's kind of like Alan in a way. Where's the water? Well, I'll come to it. Well, okay, man. Yeah. So I got us on track. Oh yeah. Once we got off the MTR trail, then it started to get some sanity to the trail. So what do you think about that
It
trail?
was still uphill.
Yeah, it
and
was
steep
uphill.
uphill.
Yeah, and there's sun on us.
So we went from like
Oh.
7,800 feet up to
Yeah.
9,700 feet in no time at all.
Yeah.
2.1 miles or something like that.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I've become a big fan of the cool dipping the
Yeah.
sun hoodie,
Yeah, I
which
did we both did that.
we
day,
both
didn't
did
we?
that at MTR,
Yeah.
and that
Didn't that
feels so
help?
much better. Yes.
Oh man, I'm so glad. I don't think I did that last time we were here. Yeah, because I didn't do that. I thought that was crazy. Not anymore, man. No. Yeah, it's weird. Usually it just kind of dries out. This time it still stayed wet. It was like the exchange of water with sweat. It's kind of how it happened with me. It's kind of weird. It's still wet. Not quite as wet. Yeah. So, but the trail was. It wasn't full of steps, right? There were
No.
some, but not. It
No,
was.
it wasn't not
It
much.
was you could cruise.
was-
That's why I thought it was
there
okay.
were portions of that downhill which was like the big
The
rocks.
uphill?
They were just like
Oh yeah, like the
down
round
in
things.
the morning. Yeah,
Oh,
like that.
the little mini boulder kind.
Yeah,
those are hard, aren't they?
They're hard
Because you can't. Yeah, they're just awkward.
Yeah.
It's kind of dangerous because you could slip. You could slip.
There's
if you,
been so
you know.
many like near disasters. It's crazy. Like
Yeah.
I'm so thankful we're all good. So
I
far.
know, man, because it just takes one bad one, but we don't talk about that and say no to, no to that. We're not going to go that path. Yeah, it is. That's why when G and I finished, or Gabrielle, when we went over the bridge, the big bridge, we're like, all the danger stuff is done. The only thing left is, like, don't fall. That's the first thing I said. That Craig, just don't fall. She doesn't fall, but I can. So yeah, because you don't want to have to leave a trail because you tripped, man, after all the hard stuff you just did,
Yeah.
That would suck. Yeah. Anyways, whoops, sorry, gotta fly. So let's do our stats. Gotta do that. So how many miles did I get? You said about 19
I
today?
think it's about 19.
That's really
Yeah,
good
I think
because
I think I had 20 plus on my watch.
oh, okay, that's good because we should be able to
We got
to
put some
crush
bonus miles in
1920 right now. Yeah, so because we got some of that coming later on too, but it's not going to be like this though. I
That's
promise.
the thing. It's just,
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I have steps. Cool, 35,900 37. 35,000. Oh, that rocks, man.
And Chad's probably got 1.25 times that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Apple Watch died after about 7 miles today.
Yeah.
I got 25,665
There
on
we
the
go.
steps.
That's about right. Because I only used the trekking poles when we were left MTR. So I didn't use them very much today. That's I think why the morning was so nice. I didn't have trekking poles. I was just kind of strolling. It was fun. All right, so I love it. Anytime you get over 30,000, that is like, because that never happens unless you're on the trail. It's not,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen at home. You got to do a really long walk for that to happen. I have 2,446 calories. So I'm going to hit 2,500 by the time I go to bed.
I have
That's awesome.
3,350.
Dang! That's a lot more than me.
We were humping up that hill.
Oh, yeah. I wonder my heart. I have to check when I get home, see what my heart rate is. I'm really curious about that.
It's probably like in the 20s.
So I get 200. Okay, I wonder what it is. So,
Yeah, check it before and after all the Celsius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I only drank half of my. Oh, yeah. This is weird. Normally, I would never dump stuff, but I wouldn't. I wasn't sure if we were done or not, so I was just drinking the Celsius kind of slowly. And then when I got up here, I'm like, oh shoot, we're here, and I had a whole half a liter, so I dumped it because I didn't want to drink it and get all that caffeine in my system. So. 'Cause I want to sleep tonight, and it was pretty late. It was 4 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah, so as you were dumping it, I was like, Craig, I'm running kind of low on Celsius packets. I'm gonna have to borrow one. And
know,
you're like,
sorry,
oh,
dude.
no, I don't have enough. As you're dumping it on the ground.
I know. Oh, and I was one. Get this, I was one Starbucks, via instant short for the remainder of the trip, and somebody put in like 6 of those in in the resupply bucket. So I got 2 of them just to make, in case I messed up, I would have one for every day. So that was good. So, because that's really unusual to get the Starbucks. There's some of the Bustelo, but those aren't good unless you heat them up, for my experience. No. Oh, but so what'd you get in the resupply? Yeah, because you get what you can get. So usually you get different things that you wouldn't normally buy.
It was funny. I got 2 the backpacker pantry breakfast scramble thing, skillet
That's
things
good.
or something like
Yeah,
Rocky Mountain Scramble or something.
Yeah, oh,
Ate
wow.
one of them an hour ago, and it was really good.
It was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like those things, man. Those are good.
I also saw in that bucket they had a 2-pound gallon-size Ziploc bag full of hot chocolate mix that somebody left.
Oh, really? God, how do you even know that's hot chocolate? See, I don't even know what's inside those things.
It was just labeled. But,
Oh,
but
well,
it
there
was
you
like
go.
a gallon thing. It was, the thing had to weigh at least 3 pounds probably.
Oh, I think you showed that to me. We're like, what is this thing? I
It's
was
like,
shocked.
who mails this to themselves? I mean, you're not going to carry that.
I know. Some people, I
crazy.
don't know what people are thinking. Yeah.
And it'll still be there this time next year, I guarantee it.
Yeah. In fact, I wonder what they do at the end of the year. Do they just dump everything, or
They
you
probably
know?
Every
donate
week,
it.
I think they said they.
Oh, they
changed
do.
At
Oh,
least
okay.
the perishables.
Oh, that's actually. I was wondering about that because I got some tortillas. I'm wondering, like, how long have these been here? Because they were really like warm and like moist. I'm thinking that can't last more than a couple weeks, But I tasted a little bit on one just to make sure it wasn't like fungus and stuff.
And then you're
Anyways.
still back in the bucket.
No, then I closed it back up for somebody else. No, I didn't. I have that one. So okay, so
I had a big score.
what'd you?
I never have these, but they had these giant honey buns. And they just
Oh,
looked
yeah.
so good, so I just devoured one.
Oh yeah, while we were there, huh? I remember
Yeah.
you were at the table just like contemplating like pain. I could see it while you were just eating that thing. It was good.
I felt a little sugar crash after, but I was like,
Yeah.
So
And then you got some really good stuff too. Oh, you got the complete cookie.
I got the complete. It's
Okay.
already gone. It's already.
Yeah. So how was that? You got
that was good. Snickerdoodle.
Yeah.
It's a little crumbled, but.
Oh, I missed that for some reason because I was actually looking for those. I love those things, man.
I got some Trailwinds drink mix.
Oh, you got some of that drink mix.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's full of sugar, so that's like a quick blast too. Yeah. Where I'll say usually it is. You have to look at it. At least the stuff I have. So. Oh, and you got some of those bars that I was But
I
okay,
got
okay,
Three
okay.
or four different bars.
Yeah, so get that. Okay, so I'm trying to charge. So I got there first, right? So I'm getting all my batteries and all that set up. Meanwhile, Chris sneaks in, goes in the bars, grabs the bars that I love. And I said, "Where'd you get those?" Oh, Hiker Bucks. I'm like, is there any more? No. Dang. Yeah.
I figured, I mean, it was
Those-
sitting right on top. I figured there was probably plenty more underneath all the nuts and stuff. You just
I
had to
got
dig
I
down
got
there
the
and get it.
birthday cake Quest bars instead. I'm like, oh my god! And there's a reason why there's like 10 of them in there or whatever. Yeah, yeah. One time at Hiker Box, I got this this like goo, but it wasn't goo. It was like this gooey like electrolyte stuff, and there was a bunch of them in there. I thought, well, I'll just try one, and it was so disgusting. And then like, no wonder they're all in the Hiker Box. That's when you get a bunch of the same thing, you know there's something wrong with it. So, but you got those really good wafer power bar things, or not power bars, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was one of them. I got one of
Oh,
them.
you just got, oh, I thought you had a couple of them.
No, there's a couple of different ones, like a nut and butter one.
Oh,
or
somebody
something.
must have grabbed the rest of those. Yeah, I hope they have those at VVR. I'm going to score on those because they're super lightweight too. That's why I like them. All righty, so we got our stats. Oh, I'm glad we talked about the resupply because that's kind of a unique, experience. Anytime you do like a through hike, because you don't know what you're going to get, and you get stuff that you'd never buy, and then you find out, it's actually pretty good, So that's kind of fun to be forced into those situations. So in VVR, we don't know what they're going to have either there. They'll probably have meals.
We do know it's going to be barbecue day when we get there.
So we
So we know what we're having for dinner.
We know that's the case.
but we're missing. I guess we're missing pizza. That's tomorrow night,
It's
right?
tomorrow. Unless
Yeah.
we get real adventurous in the morning, and
No way, dude.
Yeah, no way.
it's only 17 miles. 3:45.
Well, wait. I'll do it, but we have to commit to do it. And if we commit and I get there and you don't, I'm going in. Yeah, and I need
Yeah,
your blessing.
that's only
on
fair.
That. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I don't think we're going to do that. That's still, how far? What you said, 17?
17.4.
But we got to. It leaves at 3:45. It's not before dark or 6 or 5. It's you got to be there like at 3:30.
You need to talk about your trick ankle acting up?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tell us. Yeah. Another reason why we're not going to try that tomorrow. Yeah, exactly.
It's more my foot, which is turning into my ankle. I don't know. I think that 13 miles of down was not what my foot wanted on all that.
Oh, well, for today too. Are you talking about today or yesterday? Yesterday.
It started hurting on Pinchot, I think, the day
Oh
before.
wow. Well, yeah, because we had those killer downhills. All those passes have these.
And it just
down.
got aggravated today, so it's pretty sore. I'm
Yeah.
just taking some ibuprofen,
Yeah.
toughing it out. So
Yeah.
so maybe tomorrow we'll do 12, or we gotta do at least 12, I think, to
Yeah.
make the early
Oh
morning.
yeah.
ferry.
So we make sure we don't. Wouldn't that be bad if we screw up the early morning departure?
Uh-huh.
Well, you know what we would do? We would just walk it probably. I don't know how